Today we have none other than Eliana. How do I pronounce your last name?
Nieblas. It's or
Nieblas. All right.
Nieblas, but it's a little more difficult.
Okay, cool. I always, and the first time I saw your last name, I was like, "There's no way your last name's Nieblas." It looks so similar.
I that would be a great sponsorship thing though, but it is definitely not.
Cool. Well, if you guys do not know, Eliana has been blowing up quite a bit on Instagram recently, and to my knowledge, she hasn't been posting as much on YouTube. Is that correct?
I haven't. I've been trying, but I'm not used to YouTube as much, so I'm doing my best.
Cool. Well, as you can see, she's just recently gotten back into the hobby because I think you mentioned that you were in the hobby a few years ago. Is that correct?
Yes, I started back in 2021. So quite a bit ago. Is that an impulse as well? Do you have the same
Yep.
one? What did you get? Is yours the same? Oh, it is the same.
Yep. So that's
Awesome.
why it's actually why I got this out because I also have this is my second impulse, so I also have the gold and black fade. But both of mine are the trainer variants because I actually don't have a newer impulse with the false alive edge on it.
Oh, so is this a newer blade that they released? Because I was
Yes.
gonna
Yes, it
say
is.
a lot of people have been telling me that they haven't seen the false edge version, and I was surprised. So I guess I came back at a good time to get this one.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the newest thing they have because, of course, they have like new color fades and variants of the Crescent. The Crescent's probably the newest thing, but it is fairly new, a lot newer than the trainer version for sure.
You've got a nice lineup. Let me see what you've got.
All right, cool. So starting off, I have the purple and teal fade impulse that I won actually in a. It was the Canyon Roaming photo contest that Nibalis did. So
Oh,
it's my second impulse. We have the Nibalis wing in the obsidian color variant with the false live edge.
I like that actually a lot.
It has a purple fade as well. I think Ghost Flipping has the purple fade, and also the gold fade looks really sweet as well.
See, I like color fades. See, but I like more colorful things. So that's just a me thing.
If you like color fades, they just released. I don't think it's available for the false edge variant, but with the trainer variant of the impulse, they just released a fade that's actually a three-way fade. It has gold, black,
Seriously.
and purple in the middle. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, I like that.
Then here we have actually a discontinued Balisong. This is the V1 extrusion. So the impulse is considered the extrusion V2. This right here is the extrusion
Oh, okay.
V1, which is actually an all aluminum Balisong, but this is the one with the updated grip. So I would personally consider it like the V1.5, but I absolutely love this thing, even though it is older and the Zen pins are falling out.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was gonna say I've seen people call this the impulse, but on the website it says the extrusion too. So I didn't know what to call it, but I'm assuming the most common name is just definitely the impulse. So that's what I freaking love how this flips. I totally want to get another one. I'm a really big fan of light balisongs, and so this one is just right up my alley, especially if I just want to casually flip. Oh my gosh, literally my favorite. I'll tell you this now for anyone in the chat, which I don't know how to read, by the way. I feel like a bit of a grandma, but I don't know how, if I have to turn it on or something. But I can't read the chat right now. But this is actually my least favorite trainer in my collection. I only have two right now, which is the Volt and then the Impulse. But I am not a fan of this is the Mako. I think this is like one of the first few versions that came
I
out.
was about to ask. That looks like a V negative one. What? Yeah, how?
I okay, I don't even know because someone commented the other day because I have a replicant and it is my most prized possession and I don't even know what it is. And I found out that it's not a V1, it's most likely a V3 or V2. But I don't even know. If anyone knows how old this thing is, I got it back in 2020.
It
Um
looks like they just like there's no milling on that. Is there even jimping on that thing?
there's not a lot. It's it's she's older, I can't lie. but I hate her. I just don't like it. And I don't know if maybe squid products are way more balanced now. But this one, like, if I do chaplains on this, it's not like eventually, okay, well, now it's not doing it. But eventually it just feels like it's unbalanced. And I don't know if that's just a preference thing. And also, I'm not sure how common it is for you to get girls in the chat, but I have decided that I will no longer pick up balisongs that have open edges because my nails will get stuck underneath and it will hurt.
Ooh.
So definitely my least favorite flipper, but I do really want to pick up some type of squid product in the future and give them another try because I don't know how long the community has been around for like when I joined it, but this is my absolute new favorite trainer and I'm hoping to pick up something similar soon, whether that's just a different colorway or something. But I've decided I'm not buying any new knives yet until I ordered from, I think it's LDY. I ordered his, what did I order? Oh, I ordered his kite live blade with the
Oh
reverse
my
Tonto. And
goodness.
I'm
Everybody's been getting
really,
that lately.
I'm so excited for it. It looks so good. And I'm hoping, my hope is that it will be a practice knife for me to carry around and not worry about dropping. Because I hate dropping my live blades so freaking much. Like, it's my least favorite thing. But
Well, okay. I'm gonna read some chat real quick because first of all, I'm gonna say is chat. You need to calm the actual flip
how do you
flops
see
down.
it? How can I see the chat? Where's the
uh,
chat?
so depends what you're using. Are you using a laptop or a mobile device?
I'm using my phone.
Okay,
Can
the
I? Oh,
chat should pop up for you already. You may have it disabled
what?
though.
Okay, okay, it says chat viewing options and then it says live chat and I tried to click it, but now I don't see any chat. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up on my TV
I'm
and hope
not
it
sure if
doesn't
you
work.
even want to look at chat. This is like the okay. I'm gonna just be totally honest here. This is like the first time I've actually done a collab stream with a girl, and so my chat is just going over here trying to make tons of accusations about like saying, "Oh, Sam's nervous, this and that." I'm like, what are you saying? What?
Not at all.
No, no. Chat, you do
As
realize,
long as they're not saying
like,
anything like overly mean, that would suck, but
my chat loves to rage bait. So like I don't think there is
rage
a
bait.
single chat out there that likes rage baiting more than my chat. I would be very surprised at that.
Okay, okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull up the chat. I can't believe I have to view this on my freaking, this sucks. Okay, we're going to see if
Just
that
make sure you have the
works.
volume down or it may echo. It may
I
echo if you don't have
do.
the volume down.
Okay, still not seeing anything. What is going on my side?
I
That's
have
crazy.
have no clue. I've
It
I've
hates
always
me.
had chat enabled, so I guess I'll
It
read off
hates
any
me.
questions for you that are towards you. All right, Pixie Girl said, "Hi, admins and members. I've never been called admins before, but cool. I like that. And members indeed. What's up, Mel? Good to have you in here, dude. Rampage said, Yo, Ghost, did you see Brandon sent me a bally? Yes, sir. Absolutely. I saw that. I hope Ghost did too. By the way, we have ghost flipping in the chat. Are you familiar with ghost flipping?
I am. Isn't he the one that runs the Balisong homepage? Or am I
I've
think? No, I'm
never
thinking
heard
of
that one
Pyro.
before.
I'm thinking of Pyro actually. Pyro, I think Ghost was around back in 2020 when I was like new. I think
Not
Ghost,
a
if you can
chance.
confirm, he wasn't?
No, not at all. Not that I know of.
Who am I thinking of then? I'm probably thinking of Pyro. There's a few that I could think of that there's a few that aren't in the community anymore. But I remember okay, you probably how long have you been in this community for?
I have so it depends what you're asking here. I've been flipping since January of
Oops.
2024. But I've only been doing content creation since January or February of 2025. So I'm fairly new and so is
Gotcha.
Ghost. I would say Ghost is Quite as new. Yeah, Ghost just said in the chat he's been in the game, been flipping since about 2022. So he's been
Really?
flipping about 2 years longer than I have, but
Okay.
I think he's been doing content creation for about a year or two before I have, though.
Gotcha. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm totally thinking of someone else, and I apologize, Ghost, for that. But um, no, let's see, Donut Flips. He's not really a part of the community anymore. Like he's still. Dang, does he even flip on the side anymore? I think he does.
Donut
I actually
flips.
met him in person. Him and I are pretty close friends. Play Minecraft together and all of these different things. Um, then
Are you talking
Sebastian
about significant
Champs.
donut?
No, his literal account name is Donut Flips, and he's been a part since at least 2021. But he doesn't
Holy
post any
cow!
flipping content anymore. So that's why I don't think
Ooh,
you would know him.
I got one you're probably familiar with. Do you know good old Ethan 2-bit Balisong? Do you know 2-bit?
Okay, off at the top of my head, probably not.
Okay, darn. Ethan's awesome. He's a bit of a interesting one though. I'll put it like that.
That's hilarious.
He's
Um,
I want to say he's unk. He's like definitely like he's been in the hobby for at least 15 years now. But we literally have someone in the hobby now named Bally Unk, so I can't really call him Bally Unk now anymore.
that's crazy. See, I haven't even heard of Baliunk. Okay, so let me know how far I am behind because I literally just got a chat on the TV that says whenever Sam collabs, he just ignores his beloved chat.
That was probably S19, and that's not true. So S19, I gotta go back here. S19, that's just what I call him. His username's S1982. Anyways, he is a channel member, and before the stream even started, he donated $2. So I finally got that written up on the board for him a little while ago. That's kind of why I have the board here. Is for anybody who donates in stream. I write their names here. Then at the bottom, we got the daily Bible verse, of course, as well.
Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. There's this guy, and I don't know who he is, but he followed me, and in his bio on Instagram, it says flip.
That is awesome. That's probably honestly, there's not. I'm gonna be totally honest with you here. There's not that many Christians in the Balisong hobby. There recently has been a lot more. Like a lot more have been in the hobby
That's
recently,
really good.
but there for a while, there really wasn't that many. So it was if you saw someone on Instagram saying flipping for Jesus, uh, I don't know who that would be, but I think Click Flips. He's another one that I do a lot of stuff with. I like messaging him. I hope to have a collab stream with him in the near future. His Instagram bio says like flipping for the glory of God or something like that. He is another really
Yeah,
popular
yeah, yeah. I think I've seen
Christian one.
that. I've seen that. Okay, to
Heck
the
yeah.
chat that said lag on the girls' side, you're just gonna have it. I've got bad lag. My bad.
That's so ironic because Ivy's one of the only girls in here. She's the one of the only girl mods. Mia and Ivy are my only two girl moderators.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, Pixie Girl said, "All right, bye." All right, see you, Pixie Girl. Thanks for being in here. Sarah V2 said, "Hallelujah, indeed." Pixie Girl said, "Can someone fix me lag?" Probably not. I'm guessing that probably has to do with your Wi-Fi, unfortunately.
It's probably
Rampage
mine
said,
too.
"Rampage says I'm Christian, dude. Awesome, Rampage. I feel like I knew that, but like for some reason you slipped my mind. I'm so sorry, Rampage. But yes, Rampage is another newer one as well. I was trying to think of like older Christian flippers though that you might recognize.
Yes, I honestly don't know a lot of newer newer flippers. I can't lie. Honestly,
All
it's
right.
probably because I just can't remember their names off the top of my head.
Well, I'll give you a bit of an update. A lot of the newer people that still post, Spark Flip still posts every once in a while. He's a moderator of mine too as well. The main ones nowadays, I'd have to say, is of course Blade Bias. You can never really you can't get enough of Blade Bias. He's always around. Um,
Okay.
Good old Ethan, and then he still posts every once in a while, not as consistently as he used to. Ghost flipping is probably the biggest one nowadays. Besides, I think Balisong flipping himself, Brandon, he still posts every once in a while, but the biggest one nowadays would be ghost flipping. He just passed over 90K subs. Uh,
Oh, awesome.
I want to kind of say that I'm up there too, but recently I've not
Oh
been.
yeah.
The views on my streams have not been the biggest audiences that they used to. But then who's some others? Young's another really good one nowadays. Then you've been getting a lot of smaller creators nowadays too, such as Burgundy Blade and Rampage Flips as well.
See, okay, you're saying names and it's just all going over my head. I can't even
Oh, and
hold you. They're
Significant
all
Donut. Sorry, someone in chat just Sarah P2 said, "What about Significant Donut?" Yes. Oh, and Benjamin. I'm forgetting so many. Yeah, Benjamin Flips is another really good one. I think I've sent him some stuff in the past. Significant Donate. What am I saying? Significant Donut. He's another really big one, really good one as well. And I
okay.
recently did a collab stream with him too.
Okay, to John Henry who says Jesus loves you, stay safe. Jesus loves you too, man.
All right,
I
so
think I know Benjamin, and then let's see. I don't think I've heard of Significant Donut, so I will definitely afterwards totally check people out because I really want to find more people. So I actually got back into flipping, well, as you know, very recently. But honestly, the only reason I kind of stopped flipping is because back in like 23 or so, I broke my phone. Oh, you disappeared on my side of the screen and I got
okay.
scared.
Hello, are we back?
We're back. Did you leave?
Okay. I did not. Sorry, I had a pop up. Anytime I get a call, because I stream with my phone, so any
Okay.
stream glitches out for a second or two.
Okay. No worries. No worries.
All right.
Um anyway, no. So back in 23, I I had a live blade and it was from a Tropos. Do you know who that is?
I
He
have
doesn't.
no clue.
What? That's actually crazy. He's Russian. Please tell me people know who a Tropos is and I'm not the only one.
Okay,
He
chat. I've got to
he
ask chat because there's
is
there's some OGs in chat too. Wavy might know who that is.
okay. I was gonna yeah, he oh my gosh. Atropos is he's Russian. Produce I do Atropos. Okay, so glad I'm not the only one. Also Rampage. Okay, see, but I feel like I recognize your guys' usernames unless I'm crazy. They are older from the hobby. All right, so am I, okay? But um wait, he does insane two-handed stuff? Okay, wait, now I think I'm tripping because I'm talking about the knife producer. I didn't know he flipped. Now I'm confused.
This is
Oh
crazy.
my gosh. See, I'm going crazy. Wait, Rampage, please come back and tell us if who you're talking about. Give him stories
Mm,
moment. Yeah, okay. So Atropos
yeah.
was
So
basically a producer. He produced a bunch of battle songs and knives and he does beautiful work, absolutely beautiful.
yeah.
And I actually
Are you
ordered my first live blade from him.
are you
And
talking about Andrew Myers, like AMKW, or no?
no, like, oh my gosh, wait, how do I solve this? How do I show you? I need to find a way to show you. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go get my iPad.
All right. The Triples made the super long valley. Oh, oh, okay. I what's up, I? What's up, Rampage? Sorry, I'm trying to get back to chat for a bit before we get back into some awesome conversation. Mia give us story time on Sam's live, but it doesn't let me. All right, you're all good, Mia. Maybe
Okay.
you can do that sometime.
Hold on. Am I back or am I still gone?
Oh, darn it! It did it again. You're back, but we got the stupid audio glitch. This happens sometimes to where you may have to try just rejoining. I don't know because it
Let me
does it
try.
every once in a while where we do an audio glitch where I literally like can barely hear you. All right, what's up, Lynn Spinks? No lag. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear both of us all right whenever she gets back. All right. Ellie.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
back.
Your screen is
Okay.
black.
Dang it. What?
Oh,
You
there we go.
can't
No, we're
see?
good. We're good. We're
Oh. Okay. No, you are all good. Okay. For everyone in chat, my name is Eliana. My Instagram name for flipping is Ellie Kachow. And I'm on the hunt to find what am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for an old Balisong producer that nobody in here really remembers. So we're gonna look for it online on Google. So, but if anyone does know, it's called Atropos, um, and they made amazing stuff. And also the lag for you guys, if it's me, it's definitely on my side, not your side, because yes, Seraph, he did make that 3 foot balisong, and it was peak. I'm not gonna lie. I was there. I was there when it was made. So freaking that's when I was around in the community. Okay, let me see if I can find it on Instagram. Cause I know that some of you guys, once it pops up or once you guys see it, Sam has gone to do a chore or something. So, okay. Once you guys see it, you're gonna know. Okay. Also, my iPad is from like decades ago, so don't mind this. Okay. So this, wait, wait, wait for it. It's loading. This is the page. I don't know if you could see it that you are being in reference to. He makes a bunch of balisongs, all in Russia. And this is the blade style he is most known for commonly. It is called the Demon BRO. And yes, his knives were great. They were glorious. And the only reason he is not well known in the community anymore is because he cannot ship to the US anymore because of tariffs. So yeah, it's sad because I really wanted to order one of my dream knives is produced by him. And now I can't get it, which really, really sucks. But it is the Pink Panther Demon BRO, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I actually almost got a tattoo of it. I don't know, like maybe 2, 3 years ago, I almost got a tattoo of it because it was like the most gorgeous balisong ever, ever. I absolutely loved that thing. It actually, the blade shape of this really reminds me of it. So, time to go to Russia. Yep, let's take a trip. You and me, we're gonna go get some balisongs. We're gonna stock up. So, I I actually would. You guys don't understand how much I love his balisongs. Like it was everything to me. It was the first live blade I ever ordered, and I taped the edge so that it wouldn't cut me while I was learning the weight. And then yeah, I carried it with me every single day. I had a little holster for it, and yeah. And then one day the scale broke and I cried because I yeah, I didn't know how to fix it. So that's my biggest fear is one of my scales breaking on my rep and me not knowing how to freaking fix it.
Alrighty, I'm back. What did I miss?
You missed the chat kind of being whatever. Seraph, do you produce knives? Is that what I'm getting from this?
No, 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 no. Seraph,
Wait.
he owns a Seraph, a machine wise Seraph.
Oh, I was gonna
That's a
say
type
I
of
didn't.
knife.
Okay, Sarah. Okay, Sarah, if you gotta message me on Instagram and send me a link because maybe I'll check it out.
All right,
No,
so
just
Machine Wise is actually the company that produces and makes the Seraph V2. All right, so yeah, he's just a Seraph fanboy. He says I own Seraphs. He owns multiple Seraphs. So Machine Wise is a Balisong company that makes the Seraph V2. They used to be known as the company who made the Slift T. You're probably more familiar with that.
the
Machine
what?
Wise made the Slift T.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, okay. So they also make nowadays the Seraph and the Seraph V2 and the Opus V2. I think it's the
Okay, yeah,
Seraph
yeah,
V2.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard. Okay.
And so they actually are going to be having we're going to have some machine wise knives at the Midwest meetup that I told you about this weekend.
Yes.
So Springfield EDC Isaac, he became a dealer for Machine Wise. So he not only is a dealer for a bunch of their actual pocket knives, such as the Sonora and the Mojave and the Mojave. I mean, sorry. Um, but also now he is a dealer for some of their Balisongs as well, such as the Seraph and the Opus. So we're going to have a ton of Machine Wise Balisongs that are going to be up for sale at the Midwest meetup that he's holding back till this Saturday through the day of the meetup. And also, we might even get to give away possibly one or two Machine Wise Balisongs as well, which is pretty insane for the price because I think all their Balisongs are upwards of $700. So there's that.
Yeah, Sarah, if you're crazy if you think I'm spending almost a grand right now.
I mean, they do have Seraph clones. I've never tried a Seraph clone, but I think Valley Plus does make a pretty solid Seraph clone.
So actually, I don't know. Okay, I don't know about you or how you feel on it. I'm fine with people purchasing clones. Like, more power to you because knives are expensive, man. But I try not to purchase clones as much as I can. Especially, I won't purchase from any sites that clone independent manufacturers. So, for example, like anyone that clones Black Balisong or anyone like that, I won't do it just because they're business owners too, and I I can't handle the clones.
That makes
So
sense. There's a lot of nowadays. The main things that get cloned are Balisongs from Squid Industries, Machine
or
Wise, and
reps.
then or reps. Yeah, there's like a ton of rep clones and tsunami clones and Kraken clones and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like for example, my Live Blade Kraken here, it has my authentic V3 inked Squid Industries handles, but I put my Bally Plus Live Blade on this thing. With it was a false life, but got sharpened. I used a whetstone on this thing a bit. Then I
I
got a
saw that. I
professional
saw that.
I got a
Yeah.
professional sharpening job done on this thing over at Springfield EDC, and now this thing is literally skin popping sharp. It has like a razor sharp edge.
That's super awesome. Yeah. No, I agree with Seraph where I don't judge people if they have clones because you know what? Honestly, stuff is expensive. I can't even lie. But I don't like buying clones. I really don't, just because you know what? Some people put in a lot of hard work into their products. So
100%. For example, I think it was actually Armshark that cloned the Barracuda from BB Barfly, nonetheless, the very
that's
day that he
crazy.
released it. And or maybe
That's
it wasn't the
crazy.
very day, but like right after he produced the Barracuda, they cloned it. And so in the same day, I'm pretty sure this is what I've heard, within like 5 hours, BB Barfly, good old Surge over the one man show at BB Barfly, the same day that they produced a clone for the Barracuda, he came back, whipped around, did some adjustments, and released the Barracuda V2, which is
That's
like so much
awesome.
better than the V1.
That's really awesome. Okay. That makes sense then. Cause so you weren't around. Okay, Sarah, if you might have been around. Any of the older flippers in here might have been around. Who was around? Do you remember when BB Barfly had the big chunky handles? I don't even know. I tried scrolling back on their page the other day to see. They had these like big chunky handles that looked like this wide.
That's
And
the OG. Yep.
Yeah, that I was around when that was what. Okay, Ivy saying I'm a dinosaur. That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Um,
My oh, it gets worse. My chat's worse than that. I'm sorry. Just
no, no,
don't.
not at
Yeah.
all. No, I've just been in this community or like at least kind of around it for a long time. The only thing is, I definitely took a huge hiatus for a few years, and so when I came back, I had never even heard of is it Nabalis or is it how do you pronounce it? Nabalis
uh,
maybe?
a lot of people pronounce it different ways, so they say Nabalis, but I like to say Nabalis. Nabalis is how I
Nabalis.
pronounce it.
Okay.
So.
Like the al yes, exactly. The Alpha Beast, I never got the Alpha Beast when it came out because oh my gosh, it
Whoa.
looks so heavy.
We have like a freaking. I think I've seen you before, dude. We have Fitness Boys official in the chat. What's up, dude? Good to have you in here. I think I've
Hi,
seen your
friends.
channel before. There's no way he's got like the check mark beside his name. I think that means that this person has like over 100K subs or something like that. I've seen the dude's channel before. That's sick. Good to have you in here, dude. And a collab stream nonetheless. Cool.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so this was the first, I guess, trainer from Nibalis that I own. It was the collaboration with Will Hirsch, and I'm assuming that's when they kind of started. I guess that's when they Bye, Mia. You say you gotta go. Yo, glad you could stop in as well, fitness boys. Um, but yeah, no, that's I think when they started producing Balisongs, and that's when I left. So my husband got me this like a while ago, and then I kind of just dropped out of the flipping world, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do this for fun whenever I'm bored. So, but now I want to get back into it. I really enjoy it. And he told me a while ago, he was like, you know what? Just flip because you enjoy it, not for any other reason. And I was like, that's a really, really good point. So, okay, I can't even read your name
Exactly.
anymore because it left. But for the person that said, how did you even get into this hobby? That's a great question. How did you get into this hobby, Sam?
Okay, I can answer that here in just a second. I want to acknowledge some of the gifts though. Thank you so much, Boredom
Yeah.
Official, for sending the treats. Thank you so much, by the way, Sarah, for sending stars and hiding too. I really do appreciate that. Now, people who send gifts like that, so things like Uncle Alert, Flow State, Laughing Disco, you will unfortunately not get your name up on the board by sending those things because there's so many out there and so many of them that people send. So unfortunately, it does have to be either a gifted membership, like a channel membership, or it does have to be a actual donation of some kind to get your name up on the board. But that does not at all mean that your gifts go unnoticed. I really, really do appreciate you guys whenever you send things like stars. That's just kind of small, but still, it's there. And then like laughing disco and things like that. I still really do appreciate it more than you guys know. All right.
Okay.
Someone said I thought she was watching the video. Nah.
Okay, so how did you get into butterfly knives or flipping?
Okay, really good question. So I got into the hobby again, like I mentioned, January of 2024. So I actually had a friend of mine named Trenton Bailey. He does not post anymore, and I think he actually deleted all of his battle song posts on his channel. Don't know why I did that. I still haven't got to ask him, but he like deleted all his posts on his Balisong channel because he started
Right.
like a new car channel or something like that. I don't know. He has like two channels now, one focused around cars, but on his personal channels where he posted all his Balisong stuff, he deleted all. Anyways, I had a friend named Trenton Bailey, still friends with him by the way. Of course, he's like one of my best friends. And he got into the flipping hobby. He bought just like a CCC off of Amazon, and I was like, "Yo, this looks pretty cool." And so, like the same day, or not, no, not the same day. I'm sorry. It was a few months later. Finally, I got to the point where I was like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this," because I was like always like, I'm not that good at it." Then one day I decided I'd try it. So I made a dollar song out of Legos. Made a Lego Balisong because that's what I had,
What?
the materials that I was able to use. And so this is like a really updated version, of course, my modern day design. But I made a Balisong out of Legos because I was like, you know what? I don't have the money to buy one right now, and so I didn't really. It's not that I didn't have the money, but I didn't want to go and spend like any money on something that I knew I did it probably wasn't gonna like. So I made a Lego battle song, and I was kind of just was doing this back and forth with it, and eventually I learned the thumb roll over with it and stuff.
Oh
And
my god.
yeah, eventually I got some CCCs, then the Dallas Canyon. I will be right back. Give me just 1 second.
No, that's crazy. Okay, so for me, how I got into this, also I want a Lego Balisong now, so now I'm gonna have to have him totally teach me how to make that. But for me, how I got into flipping was my first knife ever was at probably 7 to 8 years old. I begged my grandpa to get me a pocket knife, and he got me a cute little like gas station rainbow for Christmas. He got me a three knives, and I absolutely loved them. And yeah, that was how I got into knives. And then he told me eventually, he was like, "Oh, yeah, I used to do this thing and I would throw knives." And so I started throwing knives. He literally made his own throwing knife that had enough balance that you could throw it. And so after that, I just would practice with that. And he eventually was like, "You know what? Let's get you into actual throwing knives." So he got me some throwing knives, and that's how I started with that. And then I moved to Phoenix, Arizona, and it was in a more residential area. So we didn't have a huge backyard, so I couldn't have a real target set up. So I couldn't throw knives. And then I don't even know how, but I found butterfly knives, and I thought I would never be able to get into it because I don't actually know. There weren't a lot of posts at the time about it, but I eventually met this guy and his name was Nexel. I don't even know if I don't think anyone knows that guy, but his name was Nexel. And he would literally FaceTime me at night because I wasn't getting it from tutorial videos. And he would just slow down every single trick that I needed to learn until I finally figured out how to do it myself. And he was a real one. I don't even know. I gotta hit him up after this and just tell him thank you because he stayed on FaceTime with me late at night while I was like, it was the most basic thing. It was the double rollout. Okay. And I could not
Okay.
figure out. I couldn't figure out how to get the handle to go down. And so I was yelling at him to slow down, and he stayed on FaceTime with me until I figured it out. And I think he's married now, and I think I got to reach out to him because man, that was a time to be completely confused, and it was during COVID. So it was a time where I was had time to put effort into a hobby. Didn't think that I would be able to get into it as much as I did, and then absolutely fell in love with it. And I think the reason I love it most is probably just because I love the craftsmanship of knives as well. So anything blade related for me is 100% 100% a win. So that's how I
Heck
got
yeah.
it.
Awesome. So I'll kind of finish up what I was saying before I had to go do something real quick. But so like I mentioned earlier, I got into the hobby with Lego Battle Songs, what I started with, and I got a bundle of two CCC combs off of Amazon for like $20.
Yeah.
they're shorter than regular Battle Songs. They're like tiny. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how I started with those things. They're like probably an inch shorter than a Kraken. But anyways, like inch, half inch, something like that. Then I got my first good ballast song, the Nabalis Canyon, the false edge variant, which also, by the way, got sharpened recently.
Oh, I
All
like
stainless
that.
steel, and this is what I really learned a lot of tricks with. And from there, I got the Barracuda V2 from BB Barfly, which is the ballast song that I used here on the first video on my channel. My first ever video was a review of
Oh
this thing
my
right
gosh.
here. Review of this guy. All right, I
Yeah.
want to chat. I want to shout out some of the people in chat real quick, or just kind of chat with people in chat. We had
Yeah.
like 30 some of the people in here a second ago, guys. Constantly feel free to like the stream, as usual. So we got like 25 likes. Typically, we do try and get up to at least 50 to 100 per stream. Show the P on Sam Seraphy too. I don't on anymore. That was only for a week because I was kind of using it before it got sent over to Crimson Valleys. It's not actually mine. I was just using that, borrowing that. Got to try it out for a week. What's up, Flaturnator. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Good to have you in here. What's up, Jax Walters? Thank you for sending a treat. What's up, Tornado Fan? Good to have all you new people in stream. We got a lot of new people in today's stream. I'm loving it. What's up,
That's
yep,
awesome.
yep, Pet. I think that's how Yefet, Pet. Um, Team Twister or Team Twister. My bad. Good to have you in here. Um, Aquaman Adventure. Aquaman Adventure said, since you guys are into this, why not elevate it and learn Eskrima or aren't it? I have no clue what you're talking about, dude. All right, what's up, Caden Davenport? Good to have you in here, dude. Someone said, "Did you listen to Sundays by Josiah Queen?" I have heard that recently. Yeah, that's a good one. Not as I don't like it as much as some of his other stuff, such as Judas and the Prodigal. But yeah, that is a newer one by Josiah Queen. I've been liking it. What's up, Colton? What's up, Angelina? What's up, Big Stacks? So never bring a knife to a gunfight. Indeed, most of these are considered skill toys though, and classified as skill toys and not knives, unless you do have a live blade, such as this one right here. This is the live blade Kraken. Toxic Squid said, "Well, your voice changed since the last time I was here." Toxic Squid, you probably were here like last year. Yeah, it's changed quite a bit. Last year was an interesting time. But yeah, it's good to have you back. Honestly. All right. Anyways, so you kind of explained to the chat how you got into the hobby. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. And I told them that you got to send me how I make a Lego Balisong because I'm going to do that. That's got to be in the collection too. That's so
What
awesome.
What if I told you I already have a tutorial on the channel?
You do? Okay, I'm going to make it and then post about your tutorial and say, "Hey, this is great."
Okay. Cool. So here's the thing. It's not actually a long form video tutorial. I might make a long form video tutorial
Please
at
do.
some point in the future, but around Christmas time, I did a short series. So if you go to my playlist, my public playlist up on my channel, I have it set in there as a playlist in order. I did a YouTube short series where in each one we went step by step on how to build a Lego Battle Song. Then at the end of that short series, after I made a Christmas themed Lego Battle Song, I actually gave it away in a giveaway,
Oh
which was pretty
my
sick.
gosh.
And it was actually ended up being somebody who lived near me that I know in real life that ended up winning it. So it was pretty cool.
That's so awesome actually. So okay, so now I'm going to go get me some pink Legos and make me one cuz that's just going to happen.
Heck yeah, I can send
That's
you.
so
I can DM you on Instagram the exact parts list because I would recommend. These are the parts that you need to use for it. Aren't parts that you can just get out of like any set at Walmart or
yeah,
something. You probably
I
are gonna have
assume.
to go on to like Bricklink is what I'd recommend. Go on
Okay.
Bricklink and get the exact parts list, and you can get it in whatever colors you want.
Okay, cool. I will totally do that because I think that would be so awesome to build one.
Heck yeah, and actually it works really well too. So this is my personal one that has a bit of a different design than most ones that I build. So this is my personal, more modern design that has with a good weight balance. So it has shorter handles, sandwich design with more weight in the trainer blade. But typically the ones that I build look something like this. I'll grab it real quick. Hold up.
Okay.
And
I
fun
can see
fact,
it.
I have actually sent quite a few Lego Battle songs to other content creators. So I actually sent one to Benjamin Flips. I sent one to the Buffness, and even a smaller creator known as the Orchid or the
Oh, I
Orchard
love
Flipping.
Orchid. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is typically
Oh
what
my
it will
god.
look like. This is the design that you can do with tons of different colors, and it works
It's
very,
beautiful.
very well.
Okay, well now I need to make one cuz that's that's awesome.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, so earlier I mentioned I'm sorry. I want to get into this soon because I do try and wrap up my streams at about an hour long. So we got like probably actually it's not the time. We're doing really well on time. We'll probably wrap up stream in about 20 to 30 minutes if you're cool with that.
Okay, yeah, that's
All
perfect
right.
with me.
Cool. So I wanted to chat with you about earlier before we started the stream. You mentioned that you're Catholic. Is that correct?
I am Catholic.
Cool. All right. So there's actually I've been loving this recently because there's so many different types of people in the Balisong community. So ghost flipping is actually LDS Christian. So is
Okay.
what most people consider to be Mormon. For some reason,
Mhm.
more LDS Christians do some of them take offense to the name Mormon. But he does
Okay.
believe, from what I understand, that the Book of Mormon is scripture And so that's where we differ, is because I believe that the 66 book canon of what we consider the Bible
Hmm.
is the only thing that should be considered scripture or
Right.
authoritative. And so I think the biggest thing that is I find in my personal walk, my personal life and personal journey, I find LDS Christians and Catholics to be very similar in a specific sense. That the argument between like Protestantism and Catholics has always been, from what I understand, authority. And so I see, from what I, and again, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this. From what I see is that most Protestant Christians, I'll speak for myself here as a non denominational Christian,
Right.
most Protestant Christians consider the Bible to be the absolute authority, and there's nothing that has more authority than Scripture. And from what I understand, Catholics, they agree to that to an extent, but I met a lot of Catholics that consider the Pope's or priest's interpretation of Scripture as authority. Is that correct?
No, I definitely wouldn't say that that's authority. So for the Pope and for like priests and stuff, the reason for me that I find Catholicism so beautiful is that in Catholicism, it doesn't matter what part of the world you are, you're gonna have mass is going to be the same. So every time you go to church, it's going to be the exact same thing every single time, even if it's in a different language. So you know what the routine is going to be, even if you can't, oops, even if you can't understand the language, which is what I find beautiful. But the difference between, one of the main differences between Protestants and Catholics is that Protestants definitely don't, they don't believe in the Pope at all. Right. And so for
Correct. Yeah.
Catholics, one of the reasons that we believe so highly in like priests and stuff like that is because they go through a bunch of things like through within the Vatican and stuff. There's a long traditional process um to make sure that things are being taken care of the way they're supposed to be taken care of, and that people understand what they need to be doing before they actually get into those positions. So like every single oh, what is it called, now I'm forgetting. So every single cardinal and all of these different things within the church all has to go through the Vatican to get approved by the Pope, just to make sure that, you know, the scripture's not being taught wrong. You don't want someone getting appointed as a father and then going into church and saying things that aren't true and saying, well, this is the Catholic scripture, so, you know, believe it. And so they want to make sure that they do thorough background checks into the people that like are within the Catholic faith as priests and fathers and cardinals and bishops. So for me, that's the one difference that I can say between the two that I know of. But I also I can't say that I know like everything about Catholicism for sure.
Cool. I mean, I really do appreciate that answer. I love that answer a lot. I like that
Yeah.
what you mentioned there, especially like so. If you, I should start with some context here. I like to say open minded. I do believe that every single Christian should stay open minded
Hmm.
about their beliefs. So I have a lot of pastors that I know who disagree with me on this and say that there are things you should be closed minded about. But I believe that if your identity is rightly rooted in Scripture and in Christ the way it should be, that you should be able to stay open minded about every single thing and be able to back up all of your beliefs.
Hmm.
So I love staying open minded to things like Catholicism, even though there are things that I obviously disagree with, and
Right, right.
same with LDS Christianity. And one of the things that I actually do really, really like about Catholics is, like you mentioned, the unity. So the same,
Yeah.
how Mass is going to be the same everywhere around the world. That is one of the things that I think Catholics have somewhat mastered, that
Hmm.
Protestant denominations still struggle with to this day, is unity versus division. So I see a lot more unity
Right.
throughout the Catholic Church through the Pope rather than different Protestant denominations. Obviously, there have been different denominations because of division spread throughout the church simply over different biblical doctrines.
I find that it really doesn't. For me, if you've got faith and you're following it, I find that faith is just a way to lead you through life. For me, one thing that I've always believed, I keep saying for me, I don't know why I keep saying for me. But anyway, I've always loved the saying that just because God is in your boat does not mean that you will not go through storms. It just means that your boat won't sink. And I've always loved that because every time I'm going through something difficult in life, I have always thought that, you know what, God's not going to give me something he knows that I'm unable to face or handle. So I think faith is something good for everyone to have. I think it's good for people to stay really, really open minded. And for my husband and I, every Sunday, we go to church, and that's just it's great. It's a great way, obviously, to meet people through a church community, and also just to be stronger in your faith. So every
I
Sunday, guys.
absolutely love that. Yes. So I totally agree with you on that. You actually pointed out something that I really think I absolutely love about Christianity in general, and not just Christianity, but there's an aspect of the gospel that so many people miss and misunderstand. So, like you mentioned, it's I love that example that uh, that if God's in your boat, it's not that you won't go through storms, but if God's in your boat, He can get you through those storms. I love
Yep.
that example because so many people think that, oh, you give your life to Christ, all your problems go away. No, that's not how it works. If you give your life to Christ, he gives you the strength to overcome those problems,
Oh
those
yeah.
issues.
Yep.
That's exactly
I
what it's saying in like
100%
Philippians
agree.
too.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So
So I
if
will say
you
though,
like, no, go ahead.
my bad. What?
I'll let you go.
No, no, no. You go. You go.
Okay, so if you liked that quote, then you're gonna like one of my other quotes that I honestly have always really loved to think about whenever life gets hard. Um, uh, I once heard this from a Catholic priest named Father Mike Schmitz. He just does a lot of motivational content and stuff like that. He once said that life is like a giant tapestry. And so we're only seeing the back end with all the loose threads and all of the colors and everything looking super, super crazy. But if we could see the front end just for a second, we would see the most beautiful. And I've always loved that because it just reminds me that if I am thinking to myself, why is this happening in my life right now? I have to sit back and realize that everything happens by God's design. So.
That is awesome. I love that you pointed out by his design too, because so many people they'll ask God to get through certain situations, and they'll never stop and ask themselves, "Hey, is God using the situation to strengthen me?" And
Oh,
so
I
something I
see. I
absolutely love
love that.
is yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so a lot of people will be like, "God, deliver me from this." But you never stop asking yourself, wait a minute. There, I know people who will begin to ask God to take things away from them and to deliver them from things that I believe God's actually placed them in for a reason, and they don't
Oh yeah.
realize it till afterwards.
Yep,
So
definitely.
another
And I've
another really a really good quote is that, and it goes very similar to what you just said, is God gives his God gives his toughest battles to his strongest
the
soldiers.
strongest soldiers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. I've always agreed with that.
Heck yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say a second ago?
No, I was gonna say that that's one thing that I myself have had to learn is to try and understand that some things are gonna happen in life and you're gonna ask yourself why they're happening to you. And I've started realizing that I don't have to ask myself why it's happening. I have to ask myself, how do I keep going forward? How God would want me to. And I think that's just something that I need to work on. It's something everyone needs to work on is how you move forward with understanding I can get through this if I try my hardest, if I live how God wants me to live, do your best every day, be your kind to people. That's why so many people I do believe this. I believe that a lot of people believe that Catholics are very judgmental, and I could 100% believe that. I could see how people see Catholics as judgmental. I've met a few people that are Catholic and judgmental. But for me, you know,
Same with Protestants too. Yeah.
yeah, I think that runs within everybody. everyone's judgmental, everyone has their own opinions, but you know, I think the important thing is to remember that you're supposed to be kind to others, and you're supposed to live live how you want to live, but you have to make sure that you're doing it by God's grace and his glory. And that's why I definitely agree with what you said about the giving his battles to the strongest soldiers. Is That's definitely
Yes,
a great quote.
absolutely. So, and I like what you said about what you said something a second ago that really got my mind jogging. What was it?
Which quote? The one about the tapestry or the boat?
No, neither one of those. It's something you said just like 2 sentences ago.
Oh, like judgmental.
Oh yes,
Live
okay. So
kindness. I
that's
don't
that's
know.
the thing. Yeah, kindness and judgmentalism. So I hear so many people nowadays, and especially within Protestantism and even Catholics too, like you mentioned, throughout all of Christianity, talking about why are people so judgmental, judgmental, judgmental. And the biggest thing that I find nowadays is so many pastors, especially within Protestantism, and even maybe some Catholic priests too. I don't really know, but definitely some pastors that I know, not necessarily that I know, but I know of. I know of pastors, and I see so many pastors
Mhm.
nowadays that can't tell the difference between judgment and condemnation. We are called as Christians to judge with righteous judgment. I will
Right.
absolutely judge somebody based off their actions, but I'm never called to
Mhm.
condemn that person ever. I'm called
Right.
to speak in truth and in love, as in Ephesians, because true biblical love has to have truth and grace. If you have truth without grace, then you're just hateful, and if you have grace without truth, then that's not love. Then you're lying.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely think that you would appreciate if you ever. So that's the hard thing. I will say the hard thing about Catholicism is if you weren't necessarily born to it or have someone that can teach you or go to mass with you, it's difficult because you're going to go to church and you're going to think, why am I sitting, then standing, then sitting? And people are saying all of these things that they all know, but I don't know. And so you'll just kind of feel confused and overwhelmed. And I think on one hand, it's very difficult because when you have people that have never been to a Catholic mass before, they're going to feel confused, they're going to feel out of place, and they're going to feel like, "Oh, maybe this isn't the right church for me." But on the other hand, you're going to know that every single place you go, like I just moved to Virginia from Arizona with my husband, and we went to two different Catholic churches, and that's the beautiful thing. You know how it's going to go every time. You know that this is when you're going to start praying, and then this is when the scripture starts, this is when they read, that's how it goes. And that's the most beautiful part is I don't have to question, am I going to a church where I'm not going to feel comfortable? Because that's that's just, you'll know what the rhythm is, you'll know how it goes. And I think the best thing that I can say is when my mom and I travel everywhere we go, we always go to mass, and we know what to expect. That's the great thing. It's the same all throughout the world. So if I go to Rome tomorrow, I may not or I could even go to France, Italy. I cannot speak a lick of Greece or anything. Greek. I don't have to know the language because I know what they're reading. I know that, oh, right now they're reading the scripture, so I can read it myself too in English. You know? That's the one of the things that I've always found beautiful about Catholicism, because there's no questioning it for me. I know what's happening, and that's I think what I find the most beautiful.
I would definitely agree with that. As far as things that you're found most beautiful, I would definitely agree with that. So I also find it beautiful that, again, that you talk about the unity throughout Catholicism. I totally agree with that. What really it turns me off though for Catholicism
Mhm.
is because I it's something I've considered in the past, because I've heard posts recently about like, oh, this is why you should become Catholic and this and that. But I know that my belief system and my entire belief system always has to be 100% based around Scripture, and has always has to line up with God's word. And so we know that
Right.
from I think it's First Thessalonians says to test everything by the word of God. And there are some doctrines within Catholicism that are blatantly against Scripture that I cannot line up my belief with. And so that's why I simply you mentioned, I love the unity throughout Catholicism, and I love some of the systems of the way that their services work. But as far as their actual beliefs and some of the doctrines they teach, if it does not line up with Scripture, it's, in my opinion, it's not something that I want to have any part of.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like, I
no,
think,
definitely. And then
yeah,
also, I think totally we should continue this conversation afterwards too, because I'd love to send you some things that I think you'd love. And then I'd love for you to
okay,
send me
cool.
some of the things that you like. Um, because I'm a huge faith-based person, so I've always loved seeing stuff like that, you know? But no, I agree with
Heck
that.
yeah.
Sometimes you're gonna have things that you don't agree with, and I get that. Like that's for me, um, with like Mormons and stuff. I completely agree. There's some things that I disagree with, but I'll tell you this: I've never met. Well, okay, this is for me personally. There's never been a Mormon I've met that has not been the sweetest person I've ever known. You know,
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
and for my
I
family, my my aunt Val is Mormon, and she's not even my real aunt. She's my adopted aunt, and my her best friend is Catholic. And every single important event that they've ever had at the church, they'll always go for each other, regardless of their religious beliefs or anything. They're always there for each other, and you know, I think that's really cool too. Even though they don't have the same beliefs, if something's going on at the church, like she was there for my first confirmation, so, you know, I think the support that they
I
found,
totally I
yeah.
love that, and I totally agree with that, but to an extent, because people's morality, unfortunately, is not always defined by their religion. Because I've met some really like really nice. You can meet some really amazing, brilliant people, very kind and kindest people in the world, Muslims, and the things that they say they agree with go totally against their religion. So there's some
Mhm.
people who have good morals because of their religion, and there's others who have good morals not because of their religion, but
Right.
like, yeah, because oh shoot, what's the word I'm thinking of? There's some people who are good not necessarily because of their religion, but not because of their religion, but they're good. I forget. I can't think of the word. Um, like, besides their religion, I guess they're good in spite. There we go. They're good.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have good
yeah.
morals in spite of their religion, not because of their religion.
Right, right, right. No, I completely understand where you're coming from. And I can agree. I've definitely met people like that as well.
Heck yeah. Hold up. There was a recent thing I saw and trying to figure out how he did it. Oh, that's how. Oh. Benjamin Flips just recently posted a thing on Instagram of doing like just a two-finger like pivot ladder right here.
Huh?
Almost like, or no, maybe it was right here. Yeah, there it was. Okay. So, yeah, oh boy. And he did like almost like a Murnix ladder, but just with two fingers. I don't know how he did it. It was so weird.
Wait, what are you talking about?
So he only used two fingers just to do some sort of ladder. I don't even know how he did it.
Huh. Interesting.
It's almost
I
like he
still
did like a bunch of open rolls.
I just can't get the Murnex ladder down. You'll see me over here working on it. But it's still so stilted. I don't know if you noticed, but like I pause through every single roll, and when I try and go smoothly, I just can't do it.
Okay,
Actually,
same here. Even
the only thing I don't like about this Balisong is how slippery I feel like it gets. I don't know if it's just me and sweaty hands, but man, I cannot. I feel like it slips out of my hand once it warms up or something.
Okay, so here's the thing for me. I totally agree. I suck at infinity ladders. Ladders in general, I can't do ladders for crap until I realized something recently. So I can do ladders like this, almost like a helix ladder going through my fingers, but I can't do an infinity ladder or a Murnix ladder like you said until I tried doing it sort of slanted and tilted like this. Try that.
Okay, wait. Hold up. Wait, let me watch you. Do it again. Restart.
So of course,
See,
this
but
is
you're
the Murnix ladder,
starting.
right?
See, but how are you starting? Am I doing this wrong? Is this why I've been struggling? I thought you start like this. Okay, hold up.
No. What in the world? I've never seen
Wait,
someone
no,
do
no, no,
that.
stop. Stop. Wait. Let me explain. Okay, you start between pinky, ring finger, and then you go here, and then you go here. Wait, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Stop. Hold up. Wait, now I gotta explain. Yep. Here, then here. That's a Vernax ladder, isn't it?
It might be, but it's not how I do my letters. The only way
Wait,
I can do
okay,
my
show
letters
me.
is in between your
Okay.
two, like ring finger, middle finger. Okay, then
Okay.
you're gonna go up here. You're gonna swap
Okay.
to these two fingers and then
Right.
back. So and then just go slanted like this. The pinky's not
Wait,
involved at
slant.
all.
When do you slant it?
That's just what I do. You're not supposed to slant it, but that's the only way I can do it is by
See,
slanting it
I
because
liked what you
then it has
did when
momentum
you
down there.
were. How did you did something under your hand? It looks cool. You like did it under your hand. That I want to do that. What is
That right
that?
there, yeah. Okay,
Teach
so
me your way,
basically,
sensei.
like you're doing a helix with a ladder. So if I want to go into like, so I'm in ladder position. All right, I start like
Okay,
this,
wait. Okay, wait. What are you holding? The bite handle or the safe handle? Safe handle, I'm
safe
assuming.
handle in
Safe
between the two
handle.
fingers.
Okay.
Right, swap fingers there.
I would have died. Okay. Wait, is the blade facing you? Yeah, it is.
Swing up,
Okay.
transition to your index finger and thumb, then whip around. So
Okay, you're gonna
like
have to
this.
send me a video of this once we finish so that I. Okay, you're gonna have to send me a video of this because.
Okay, I got you. I've never done a tutorial for that on my channel though, so I'll try and do like a personal
Okay.
little tutorial thing for you if I can.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I want to see if the chat has any more questions before we start wrapping up the stream. All
Yes,
right. So Pizza
questions,
Me said
chat.
hello. What's up, Pizza Me's? What's up, Mason? Mia and Ivy are still in here as well. I love that we got both the girl mods in here while you're in here too. It's awesome. What's up, Matthew Harvey? So why is it like only mods chatting? That's a good question. I want new people to chat too. All you 33 people in chat, feel free to say hi or ask us any questions. We will both be answering if we can.
Yes, ask
All right.
questions
As I always say, just feel free to say hi or ask us any questions. Genuinely, Matthew said they
or
opening
comments.
just pizza. Do what?
Ask comments. Yeah. Taco Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, it is Taco Tuesday, but on a Tuesday. Cool. Legendary Enchanter, good to have you in here, dude. Veronica said, "How long you guys been doing this?" I've been in it for about 2.5 years now. Been doing content creation for about a year and a half, and then Ellie has been kind of in and out of it. Is that correct?
I have been in and out of it. I started back in 2020 and stopped around 2023, and I just got back into it this year with content creation. Also, I think Mia, I saw your comment. Thank you very much. I That's very sweet of you.
All right. Logan, what's up, Logan? Good to have you in here. Logan Hurd said, "Yo, I'm back, dude. It's been a minute since I've seen you in here. Good to have you back in here. Good old Logan Hurd. All right. Chris Miller said, Dusty Bibles request. Oof, I don't know about that. It's a collab stream, dude. And we don't typically do singing in collab streams. Not typically.
You sing?
Yeah. Yes,
This
I
just
so I
got
do
better.
I do like if people can request to me, it strictly has to be not necessarily worship songs, but songs I only will sing songs that are honoring to God and that glorify him. So like I will not be singing any secular music, unless it's like a funny song like Never Gonna Give You Up or like Backstreet Boys or something like that.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Also,
Otherwise,
Mia, thank you very much. My hair, the curls do what they want. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not, but I guess today they're great. Rampage Flips. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me. Someday we're going to have to do a live together as well.
heck yeah. Oh, I would totally watch that. I would watch that so quick. A live between you guys, that would be awesome. I will say we do got to wrap up stream relatively soon, so if you want to do some
Yep.
singing, I might sing one song and then we'll do a few more questions and then we will have to wrap up stream because my phone is at 5%. So is that.
No worries at all. Okay. First off, what's your go-to if you had to pick a karaoke song? What's your go-to?
Oh, go to Up by Forrest Frank and Connor Price.
Wait, what is it? Hold on, you cut out.
Up, the song "Up" by Forrest Frank and Connor Price.
Okay. Okay. I
That's
think
my
I've heard
go-to
that
because I
song.
can. I love. I can sing it well. I like singing it, and I can rap all of Connor Price's verse pretty well. And I'm getting to the point where I can do Forrest Frank's part pretty well too.
Ooh, okay. So are we gonna hear this, or is this the next time kind of thing?
Probably never gonna hear this right now. I mean, we typically do like worship style songs in stream for like song requests. So, like I sing a lot of Josiah Queen stuff.
Okay. Perfect. And then you are cut. I don't know if you're cutting out for these people too or not, but I think because your phone's getting low, you're cutting out.
Okay, well, I will have to swap positions, so I will go back to. I guess we. Oh wow, we will consider this the OG setup at this point. It's been that long. We'll consider this the OG setup because I got the good old charging cord over here. So we'll move over here, and then we can continue stream for basically as long as we want to. But we still probably will wrap up in the next 10 to 15 minutes ish. So.
Okay. Also, I
All
saw
right.
that Rampage asked for my Instagram handle, and I can't type on here, but it's Ellie Kachow, same as my YouTube. So that's my Instagram. And my TikTok. I started TikTok. I don't know how it'll go, but I'll keep it for a little bit. Okay. Sing.
Cool. All right. All right. So, do you know the song "Dusty Bibles" by Josiah Queen?
I don't.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hope, especially since I'm so hesitant to sing collab trains because not all the singing is always the best. So sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's kind of bad-ish, not the best. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here we go.
All right.
We got dust on our Bibles, brand new iPhones. No wonder why we feel this way. We walk with our eyes closed, blindly blindfold. So I'm done with those idols and dusty Bibles. That was all right. Not the best for sure, but not the worst.
That was really good. And also, I have heard that song. Okay, I didn't notice it from the title, but yes, I have heard that song. It's in my playlist. So,
Oh heck yeah! Do you have any others by Josiah Queen that you like?
um, I don't. Hold on. Okay, if I check, it'll go away. But hold on. Let me see if I can get it
Whoa!
on the
Here's the
iPad.
question. Here's the real question. Are you a Christian rap fan? You like Christian rap?
I do actually.
Oh, there's no way. Or Street Gospel Syndicate, please tell me. There's no way. Street Gospel Syndicate. It's technically AI music, but I can't get over the lyrics. The lyrics are so freaking
Really?
good on every song.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know. You'll have to send them to me. But um someone asked if I can sing a song. I can probably not.
Yes.
But um
Oh, really? You got me too, but you're not gonna? Wow. Okay.
okay.
Okay. I see how it
Okay.
is.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't know any songs off the top of my head.
Just sing Dusty Bibles.
Hold on, I gotta do something different from you though. Hold on, let me find out. I had another song in my playlist from Josiah Queen. Hold on. I'll send you later. There's a black guy who sings Christian rap and he does like all of his songs are great. Also, I can't think of the top
Oh,
of my head
KB. Is it
though.
KB or Lecrae?
I think it is. That sounds right. I'll check just to make sure before I send it to you because it might be someone different. But I think it is. He's got great freaking great
Can
stuff.
can
Okay.
you name just like one of his songs?
Oh my god. I'm so bad with names of things. I can't even lie. Like
I
all the
know,
songs I
like,
listen to, don't know the names at all.
cool. Well, I mean, KB, I listen to a lot of KB. He just released a new album recently called "This Can't Be Sold." Then also,
Really?
Lecrae is another really good one. Lecrae's probably the most popular Christian rapper out there, but KB's one of the best in my opinion. Still one of my favorites, even though I don't listen to him as much as I used to. Forrest Frank, yes, of course, Forrest Frank. Who doesn't love Forrest Frank, dude? Heck yeah, Jacob.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, isn't there a song between KB and Lecrae? There's like they
Yes,
didn't
it's
they do a
called
song
Miracles.
together?
They've done multiple. Yeah, they done
Really?
multiple
Okay.
together. Pretty sure
Okay.
they did multiple anyways. I think yeah, they have. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Also, I saw a comment asking if I know how to helix. Wait, what? Can you do a helix? What is a helix?
Okay, I suck at the helix compared to the behind the eight ball, but yes, I can do it for you. Start off with a thumb roll.
Wait, thumb. Okay, wait. Do it again. I'll
So
watch.
thumb roll to a zero
Drum
G
roll.
open roll.
0G open roll. Like this? Wait, is that how I'm supposed to do it?
Yeah. Yes,
Oh.
basically. So
Oh, okay.
basically, just you can flick it out like this, then
Wait.
around
Now
to a thumb roll.
okay, wait, hold on.
I'm better at the.
So,
Here, I'll grab the
down.
refill for this. I'm I'm better at the behind the eight ball. So
Wait, show me again. I wasn't watching.
okay, so this is the behind the eight ball. It's very similar. You flick out as if you're gonna go do a zero gravity chaplain. So you're gonna flick the balisong out.
Oh, okay. I can do that one, just not as great. Sometimes my nails get in the way of things. Okay, I
Yeah.
could do that.
Cool. Yeah, I meant to ask you about that. So the nails is probably the main thing I've heard you mention, but I want to ask. I don't want to get canceled for saying this.
No,
Okay?
no, not at
But
all.
cuz I don't really know, but I don't want to be rude when saying this either, but there's really I think it's pretty obvious. There's not that many girls in the hobby. So
Oops.
I wonder, is there like a difference between the way that like girls flip versus guys? Because I know like biology has a lot to do with like specific like different sports and stuff too, and maybe some workouts. But like, what about balisongs? Is that one that like they differ for anything or no?
Absolutely. So for me, if I were to do the half orbit, you'll notice that I have to, instead of like grabbing it directly on, like set up like you're about to do the half orbit or like any type of trick. So yours, I have to worry about my nail. I can't let my nail get caught underneath. So watch. If I go like this, I have to make sure that my nail doesn't get caught right in between there. Also, the longer the nails, the more difficult. But yes, they get in the way a lot. My favorite tricks to do are probably, I really like aerials and stuff, but any like manipulating through the fingers, like for this is the one you'll recognize it on most. When I hold on, wait, what did I just do that I can't remember? Now I can't remember what I just did. Oh, anything where I go like this, you'll notice that I keep my hands very bent backwards so that my nails don't get hit, because I like that. I'll keep my hands very backwards so that my nails don't get caught. Or on tricks like these, when I shut my balisong, sometimes my nail will get caught there. But to be honest, since there's not a lot of girls in the hobby, I I don't know. I can't speak for them on it, cuz honestly, the a lot of the girls that I've seen, I have a few that are in a group chat with me, and they're all super lovely, but I don't think
Ooh.
any of them have nails. Oh, did you get cut? Oh,
No,
I
no,
thought you
this is
got
a
cut.
trainer either way. No, but oh, I gotta ask. The only like one of the only other girl flippers I know of that's really popular is Artsy. Are you in a group chat with Artsy?
I am in a group chat with Artsy. I don't know Artsy though at all. Like I haven't
Okay. What about
yeah.
Balisong Bean? I know she's another one. Balisong Bean.
No, I think honestly for me, I'm not okay. This is gonna be a hot take. I'm not a big fan of Balisong Bean just because she's posted some like thirst trap content while flipping a knife,
Yeah.
and I think honestly good for her if she's making money that way. But I'm just not a fan of that because I know that knives are definitely more male dominated of a hobby or an interest. So I think I'm not a big fan. That's why I don't
I
follow
was
Balisong Bean.
I was hesitant to even bring her up. I almost didn't mention her name because of that. I'm gonna be totally honest. I do not follow her. I'm not a fan because of that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's my only thing. Just because I'm not a fan of like I don't like thirst traps and stuff like that. So, but the reason
Yeah,
Balisong Bean is a
100%.
total yeah, she knows what she's doing though. Like I mean, it's smart. She's in a kind
Yeah.
of niche field for women, and good for her, but I'm not a fan of thirst traps. Even for guys, if there was a guy doing thirst traps, I'm married, so obviously I'm like, hey, I'm not into that. But
Yeah. No.
so
Yeah. Exactly.
uh Pizza asks has a question for you.
All right, cool. Pizza, what's your question? Also, the real Hugh McMungus. First of all, I love your name. Don't even know what it means, but cool. I like it. It's funny. It's fun. How about that? It's a fun name. You said ain't Bally Bean married though? Is she really? That would
I have
surprise
no
me.
idea.
It might not. I don't even know.
Ivy, I'm not sure if you're asking me if I'm married, but yes. I've been married for 2 years in November, and I've been with my husband for 5 years total. We met in high school. So, yeah. And that's actually why I moved to Virginia. He got stationed here. He's Navy. So, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But no, on the topic of Balisong Bean, I'm not a hater. I don't hate other people. You know what? That's what you do. That's fine. I think it's very smart that she found a niche where guys are the main viewers and capitalized on it for sure. But yeah, no, I for me, the reason I started filming content and stuff for like knives in general is because I realized that I don't have a lot of people, especially in person, to talk about knives with. And I think that's the thing that I've enjoyed so far. Like you and other people, they reach out and they will, talk about knives. And it's not even just balisongs. Like we'll talk about folding knives, we'll talk about knife throwing, all of these different things. So yeah. Saw someone say if y'all play Fortnite or one of you, if you won't be with me, I'll give you 100 gifted. I don't know what that means, but if you follow me on Instagram,
Neither
reach
do
out
I.
because I want to get back into Fortnite. I want to try playing it again.
Oh goodness, no. Fortnite has gone like totally. They're like Fortnite's like modern day Disney. They're not even. That's not even good anymore. I'm just
What?
being totally honest. They've added like
Oh my
so
gosh,
many
no.
inappropriate skins nowadays. They would have got 50 lawsuits back in the
Oh.
day. I'm not even kidding.
Oh my gosh, I saw a skin the other day, like a beach skin of some type, but yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, no,
Married.
they're just yeah.
Wait a minute, Seraph, did you just say that? Who's married to JK Design?
But
Wait,
whoa,
I thought I.
Bally Bean is that what she's talking about?
There's no
Or
way.
he's talking about?
Wait, you have to confirm this. When you threw a loaf of bread on your toes. What did you do? Did you throw a loaf of bread at your toes?
Friendly fire will not be
26.
tolerated, Sarah B2. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Wait, what does you're at 26K mean? He has pics of her on his IG. But Seraph, I think that's because he sponsored her. I
That's what
could
I
be
was thinking
wrong.
too, because
But I know,
they like to do
yeah,
a lot of reposts and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Because Blade Runner Systems has done that as well. Oh my gosh, my story. I think Blade Runner Systems reposts everyone. But who's married? Mia, we're asking if Balsong Bean is married. And then Sarah freaked us out by saying she thinks he's married. Balsong. 26K subs. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Wait, have we hit 26K? No, you're joking. You're rage baiting.
I don't
Wait,
know. That's
there's
what I
no
read
way.
on
Oh,
the chat.
whoa. Okay, so either Ivy and Silas are teaming up to rage bait, or you're being honest. But there's multiple though. So both of you guys,
Wait,
really? Am I at 26K?
subs, like as in subscribers? Let's check this out.
Yeah. All right. Can you check? Am I up to 26K
Yes,
already? That'll be crazy in this
I'm
stream.
pulling it up on my iPad. Okay, hold on.
All right, Piece of Me's, what's your question? Come on, ask it already, dude. All right.
Wait, you have
If so, that
26K.
means there's no. You know what this means? That's not even what I'm so excited about. This means we have officially beaten out Hardee's, like the restaurant, in YouTube subscribers. This is insane. So now,
That's
okay,
awesome.
I'll just fill you in. This is what I do. So I've been trying to beat out different fast food places and subscribers. So next up, I'm gonna have to go and check, see who's next. We've already beat out Freddy's. We beat out Dairy Queen. We beat out Seven Brew, tons of them. And I think we've even beat out
Oh
Chili's
my
and a few
gosh.
others. But the big dogs is good. The one we're going for one day is gonna be Mickey D's because they've got like over 800K subs.
Oh my gosh, what? That well, congratulations. That is super super awesome. Also,
So the
Hardee's
deal, yeah,
is Hardee's is Carl's Jr., right? Is that the
yeah, I
am I thinking
think
of the
so.
one with the
Basically the same
star?
thing. Yeah, they
Why
might
is
be
it
different, but
different?
they
Does
also might
anyone
be the
know
same.
why? Well, in Arizona, where are you based out of?
I'm in Missouri, Southern Missouri,
Okay. Well,
or
in
AKA what we call the
Arizona,
Ozarks. So yeah.
yeah, in Arizona they're called Carl's Jr. and then I just got to Virginia and they're called Hardee's. That's why when you said we what did you? Oh, you said we beat Hardee's. I was like, who is Hardy and why are you beating him up?
Okay, well the thing is, so I
That's
have
so
got a deal with my subscribers that whenever I beat out each fast food restaurant or each place in subscribers, so for example, we just beat out Hardee's, I'm called the Balisong Traveler for a reason. I'm gonna travel to that place, go to that place, flip a Balisong at Hardee's, and do an entire Hardee's review, rating their food and everything.
that's so awesome. Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, that'll be coming up soon. That probably won't be till after. If I had to guess, I'm again might possibly before then. I'm gonna tell you guys that probably won't be till after the Midwest meetup at least, and probably not till after the Midwest meetup videos release. But within the next, we will for sure get that one done for sure. We'll get that going.
Yep. You got to
All
now.
right.
It's been done.
Oh, and
Okay.
Blockface said, "Hey, last time when I was little, I used to get two girlfriends on kindergarten since I was little, and they were sixth grade. But I don't even know what you're saying, guys. So here, I'll just tell you,
Yeet.
this is what I always ask: proper grammar, please. Just that's all I ask. Just use proper punctuation. You want to
I was
say
gonna
something,
say
I'm down
I
with
have
it. But
no
every
idea.
other every
I
other
have no
comments
idea.
just like a puzzle of words that I gotta map together to make a sentence. I swear.
I was gonna say, yeah, I had no idea what that was saying. That's why I just kind of skipped over it. Um, what
Yeah.
was I gonna ask you? Oh my gosh. Now I've forgotten. How dare I? Now I've forgotten. Someone actually asked earlier if my husband flips, and I was gonna bring up a topic now. So
Okay. Yeah.
yes, my husband will like check. He'll like pick it up sometimes and fidget with it and stuff. And he knows the quick draw, so he knows how to do that, which is cool. Um, and then he can't do the double rollout. He does it like backwards. I don't even know how he does it. He just does something like that and he opens it. Um but yeah,
Like
so
this.
that's wait, let me see. Yeah, something like that. He like goes around the other way. I'm not sure. I
Oh,
don't
so
even know what
okay,
he
it's probably like
does.
this. That like
No, he does it doesn't okay, it doesn't look that clean. But like I think what you're talking of no, because that's just a double rollout. That's what he does. I guarantee that's what he does.
so
Yeah, that's
that's what I call the inverse rollout. So instead of going out then out again for the double rollout, you go out and then you come in. So out in.
okay. Yeah, I think that's what he can do. Um, so that's about the extent of it. I need to honestly see if he can do more because I think he can. He seems capable. But this is something, and I don't know if it bothers anyone else in the chat or you, but whenever I see someone, if they know that I flip bow songs or they see that I flip bow songs or I'm flipping one, then they ask if they can flip it. And most commonly, it's with this trainer that they catch me. But all they know how to do is a double rollout. And I don't know if you've seen in movies where they'll like actors will just and they're not doing anything.
Uh-huh.
They're just doing this.
Yeah.
And it looks
Exactly. Yeah.
ridiculous. Or like I don't remember if anyone saw on the news that young Sheldon kid went and he was like doing the most basic things, and they were all like, "Ah," and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, it pisses me off so bad." Or like when
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie went on that talk show. Now Angelina Jolie is hot, so we can excuse whatever. But she's doing this, and everyone's like flipping out like she's the next big thing, and I'm like, people. So going back to what I was saying with this, Silas, I'm glad that you agree, but I hate when people do that because one of my husband's friends is like a super he loves every time he comes over I always let him play with my beater because he drops it. But he like does this and he's only doing the double rollout, and every single time I've met a guy that is like, "Oh, you flip butterfly knives? So do I." They'll come and they'll do this, and then I'll start doing it and they're like, "Oh, well, I thought I knew how to flip butterfly knives." And I don't know if it's just because I'm a girl that they like are all like, "Oh, well, I do it too." So it's not that impressive. And I'm like, "Okay." Or do you guys have that experience too? Do people be like, "Oh, well, it's not that impressive. I can do it too." And then they just do this.
No. People never
Oh,
do that. People are always like over exaggerating. Like, no,
what?
like seriously, if I just do a Y2K, they're like, "You're the coolest person ever. This is the best thing." And I'm like, "Okay, all right. All I do is a Y2K. I can do this too." Then they just freak out at my
Yeah.
flipping.
Oh
So
my
I would
gosh.
say
Yeah,
that
no.
probably I hate it that it is probably because you're female though. I'm gonna be totally honest. People do that
Yeah.
with other stuff too, as well.
Exactly. Like if I ever go into a gun range or anything, they're always like, "Oh, well, I could probably do it better than you." And I'm like, "Okay, well, it's not a competition." But also, I saw a flipper ask who I am. I'm Ellie. And my Instagram is the same as the YouTube. It's Ellie Kachow. I just got back into flipping. So, it's just like Rubik's cubes. They see the most simplistic thing and flip out. Honestly, man, I see Rubik's cubes and I flip out too because I think that's really impressive that your mind thinks that fast.
This is a Rubik's cube, okay? This is not. This is a speed cube. There's a big
Oh, what's the
difference.
difference? Okay, okay. Explain to me.
Okay. So here's the thing. Of course, we got the Lego one too. But anyways,
Oh, that's cool.
uh, so I was into cubing for a while, and I will show you the difference because there's a absolutely freaking massive difference. Especially
Okay.
between the way that they do. So, like for example, the difference between a Rubik's cube versus like a actual GAN speed cube would be the difference between a CCC and a Squid Industries balisong.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So,
I love that you did that comparison though, because that was really easy to understand. So thank you.
so here's the thing. I will try. Shoot, I gotta figure out how to set this up because with the darn charging cord, it will make it harder to do. Here we go. Here we go. I gotta get over the cord though.
Yeah.
I'll do a little solve for you guys. So we'll scramble up the Rubik's cube, or no, we'll scramble the speed cube. Why not? I'll do a little solve. I should still be able to do it. I did know for a while. Of course, the beginner's method. There's multiple different methods. Then I knew quite a bit of CFOP, but it has been forever since I've done that, and my left hand is stiff from holding the camera. So we'll see if I can still do it. I think my best time was like I think 32 seconds, or it was either 34 seconds. We'll just to be safe, we'll call it 34 seconds.
Wait. So
But
you
Trenton
you
Bailey
mix it up.
is
You mix it up on your own and just try and solve it like that. That's the goal. Well, I know that's the goal for Rubik's
yeah,
cubes, but like
basically.
it's. Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's it. So cubing is a hobby in itself. It's very, very similar to balisongs in the sense that it is a the hand and finger manipulation hobby. So a lot of people that are into balisongs will also be into Rubik's cubing as well. So I'll see if I can get this a bit more set up properly, like right here. If we
Okay.
can. Here we go. I'll try and get a good solve in. All right. Here we go. Goodness gracious. Like I said,
No
my other
pressure or
hand is very,
anything.
very stiff. But yeah, very stiff hands.
No pressure, but you've got 43 people
Nope, that's
watching.
not. Okay, cool. You're so helpful. Goodness.
Oh, so sorry, so sorry.
All right.
Bye,
Wait,
Mia. Mia
no,
said
wait.
bye. She doesn't know. She'll be back.
All right.
Seal
Speaking of
chair.
Mia,
Um, where do we get these knives? There's a bunch of different places to go get them. If you want a starter knife, Nieblas is a great place to start. Someone type that in the chat if you can to go check it out. Just Google cheap butterfly knives, and you know what? You might come up with some good options. You're making impressive yeah, look at that. That was impressive.
Boom.
My brain doesn't work like that.
Definitely
I
not the
can't.
best. That was one of the worst solves I've done in a minute, but it works. I literally quite legitimately haven't done a Rubik's cube solve or just like a cubing solve in probably like over 2 months. It's at least been a month, maybe multiple months since I've done that.
That's
That's crazy.
crazy. Thank you,
All right.
Ivy, for tagging it. That's
Holy
crazy.
cow, we've been streaming for over an hour and a half now. It is
Yep.
for sure about time to wrap up, unfortunately. All
Yeah.
right, what's up,
Well,
King Leo, the
this
GR? Good to have you in here.
um for Big Larry, I don't even know if that's how you say it. I thought it was Big Larry or something. Um I never really got into it because I was never good at it. Yeah. It looks fun though. The one with the strings, do you know what I'm talking about?
The what?
It's someone said, "How has no one heard of Big Larry?" Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Seraph. I'm
Oh,
probably
Banglary, yes. Yeah.
Bang Larry. Okay, I was
Yeah,
gonna
so
say
I do not
I
have a
never got
Banglary, but
into
I
it.
do know what it is. Yeah, I never
Yeah.
got into Banglary, but I do, however, people ask me all the time about like shoot, I think is my phone up enough? Nope. My phone has stayed at 5%. That's how much this stream's using. People ask me, so I won't go and get them, I guess then. People ask me about nunchucks because most people see balisongs as weapons, even though they're not. Even live blades are knives. And guess what? Here's the thing about knives. Knives are tools, not weapons. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. So people ask me about things like nunchucks, and I actually am very, very into nunchucks. And I'm actually I'm arguably better at nunchucks than I am flipping. I'm really good at nunchucks.
Okay, I gotta see this
I
now. Someday you
love
gotta post
nunchucks.
this.
So no, probably
So
not.
you're
But
basically
I was
Michelangelo.
into
Do you
something
like
like
pizza?
that. So for a while, so here's the thing. Balisongs I got into on my own. It's kind of just like a hobby, like a fidget hobby type thing. Whereas nunchucks, though, on the other hand, I actually did train in martial arts with. So I know as far as Kobudo is Japanese for weapons class. So in Kobudo, I've trained in and this is besides open hand combat. Learning open hand combat for self defense is always going to be better than any type of weapon because let's be honest, you're never going to carry around a bow staff or nunchucks for self defense. Um,
Yeah.
but in Kobudo, I am trained in nunchaku or AKA nunchucks. I'm trained in bow, AKA bow staff. Um, I'm trained in tonfa, which I'm not sure how many of you guys will know what tonfas are. They're like basically a wooden version of a police baton, pretty much. Basically, is what a tonfa is, and you have dual wielding tonfa, so you have two, one in each hand.
Oh,
And
okay.
then also kamas. Kama is actually it's a Japanese farming tool, pretty much. So they use it to like trim bushes and stuff. But it's like a mini scythe in each hand, basically. Those are
Oh
called
yeah, yeah, yeah.
kamas.
I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yep. And so those are the technically the four weapons that I'm trained in. Then I'm somewhat familiar. I wouldn't say I'm definitely trained in it, but I am pretty familiar with Sai as well. So I was just getting into Sai, and then I decided I didn't really like the movement and mechanics of Sai at the time, which nowadays I think with Balisong flipping and other stuff, I'd be decent at Sai. I'd kind of like it. I'd be more impressed with it and like it better than I did at the time. But I actually swapped from Psy to Tonfa because I wanted to do Tonfa more than I did wanted to do Psy because I wasn't really liking it. So I'm somewhat trained in Psy, but mainly the other four: Tonfa and
Okay.
Nunchaku, Bow Staff, and Kama.
Okay, because I was gonna say I for just a little bit did. Ooh, now I forget what it's called. Um, Now I forget what it's called, so I can't even tell you. But it's where you have like the two mini bow staffs in each hand. Oh, Pakiti Kali and Pakiti Tersha. Yeah,
Ooh,
that's what
so what
it's
what
a
style is that from?
Filipino martial arts with weapons. So they have knives. They have They have knives. They have like the mini bow staff. But I only did it for a few weeks, and then I ended up moving to Virginia. So it's actually not very common. Actually, I found out there's like no clips of it on YouTube. So if anyone wants a niche that they can get into, also Serif, that comment was really funny. That pun, that was great. But if anyone wants a niche to get into Pakiti Kali and Pakiti Tersha and just start posting clips of combat styles because it's so hard to find online. But it's a lot of fun. I think you would like it actually. It's but I the way that I learned most is they told me that Filipino martial arts is supposed to look like dancing. So if you get good enough at it, it'll look like dancing and less like combat, and it'll
Yes,
startle your
that's accurate.
enemies.
Okay,
So, but
whoa,
yeah.
Brad said tools not weapons, educate this lady. That was me. I'm a male that said weapons that tools not weapons, and that is very true. If you think knives are weapons, then you in my opinion should not own a knife because knives are not weapons, they are tools. They should be used for tool things. They are not weapons unless you have a specific type of knife that you are using for self-defense or using for combat of some kind. In general, knives are tools, not weapons, especially when you are talking about an everyday carry, such as a Balisong live blade or so, like a pocket knife or even a fixed blade that you're going to carry on you for EDC and everyday carry. Knives are 100% tools and they are not weapons. And if you think that all knives are weapons and not tools, in my personal opinion, I'm sorry, but I do not think you should own a knife with thinking that they're weapons.
Yeah, I've never honestly once viewed a knife as a weapon for me. Honestly, I won't lie. If there's a bump in the night and I get scared, I'm grabbing my knife because I'm scared.
Exactly.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
uh no, I've never viewed a knife as a weapon. Honestly, for me, I love blades. Shoot. That's how I got into this was all things blade related. I probably tried it at least once. So, yeah. Um that so wait, what else are you into other than battle songs? Because martial arts, you got the Rubik's cubes. Like what? You got a bunch of this.
Well, a lot of that stuff I'm not as into nowadays. So okay, I won't say a lot of that stuff. Rubik's cubing, and cubing in general, I'm not really into that nowadays whatsoever at all. I do know it, and
Okay.
I still do it. I guess every once in a while, when people request it or ask about it. I'm not really into cubing though nowadays at all. I am still pretty into martial arts, and there for a while, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm really as into it nowadays. I still do it. It's still a lot of fun, but I'm not like insanely into it as I was before Balisongs and even during Balisongs for a time. My main hobby, I was really into parkour. Parkour was a really big one for me. I loved parkour for a while. Still kind of into it, but not really as into it as I once was. So I always tell people I used to be into parkour, but I still kind of do some here and there.
Yeah, parkour is always looked cool, but I get nervous when I watch the people that do parkour because I don't like seeing people get hurt. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So
Also recently, for the first time in my life, I never watched it as a kid. Everybody told me to watch it as a kid, and I never did. For the first time in my life, I've been going through and watching some of like the OG classical Lego Ninjago series, and
oh, those are good.
I'm just now realizing every skill and hobby that I've been into and that I know is just a trait of Ninjago characters. And I'm like, how did I never watch the show with everything that I was into as a kid?
Yeah, that's wait, you
Crazy.
never watched it as a kid?
Nope, just recently, like within the past month, I've just went through and started watching it. So I started on season one. Then
Okay.
I'd never watched the pilot episodes yet. So I started in season one, and I'm just now to season six. It's obviously a kids show. Of course, it's obviously for sure made for kids, but it's pretty good. It's got a lot of biblical lessons and principles taught throughout it as well.
I see. I've always thought that you can like see the underlying. Yeah, I've always thought that.
Heck yeah.
Can we see your nails? My name is Ellie, but yes, you can. I actually did an Instagram post the other day showing them off because I thought they were pretty. But yes, they get in the way sometimes. Also, someone commented asking if this was my only battle song. It's not. It's just my favorite one to flip. This one is I prefer lighter balisongs because they're so much more fun. But I have this pink one. This is the Volp. And then this is my old Squid Industries one. This is like the oldest one. I don't even know. Look at that play. But I do have a replicant, but I don't pull her out because I'm nervous to flip it over hard surfaces and yeah. So, but
Oh my
I will say
goodness.
what?
This has never happened
I,
before. I've been streaming for
what?
so long that people are asking when I'm gonna end stream. This has never happened.
I,
Usually I say, "Hey, I'm gonna end," and everybody's like, "No." But what? This is crazy. We were going for a record with the longest stream on my channel here. This is nuts.
have I been to Blade Show? No, I haven't. I really want to go to Blade Show West this year, so I think I might make it a goal. And the knot is the okay. So if you have Instagram, find me on Instagram and send that to me because I'm gonna go look for it. Very light and good. Okay, 250 for a
Oh,
bell song that's
Nautiluses,
half.
yeah. Yeah, no, no, no,
Wait,
no. So the
Sarah, are
Nautilus,
you talking?
it's
Uh huh.
sorry, do you
The
go?
Nautilus. No, no, no. Go ahead. I was
Yeah.
listening.
Okay, so the Nautilus is actually Squid Industries, obviously, if you did not know that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so Squid Industries, all American made. I personally just tried Nautilus recently at Springfield EDC the past two times I've been there. Like first time I went there and then recently as well. And I've been so insanely overly impressed. It does not flip like a clone. But even if you got a Nautilus clone or an actual Nautilus, it is very, very light. I'm not sure if you can get like a lighter flipper than the Nautilus. It is so lightweight and brilliant. It is amazing. But if you're
Really?
wanting an original balisong that's light, similar to the Nautilus, get the Crescent. The Nieblas Crescent, also from Nieblas, it is one of the lightest balisongs in my collection, and this thing is beautiful and amazing.
Wait, which one is it? The Crescent?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to look into that because, yeah, I definitely want to get more light ones or ones that are blade biased. I definitely think blade bias is probably my favorite. But I wanted to say thank you so much for having me. And also, this was amazing for everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. I am Ellie. So one, I'm newer to the community, but man, if you guys want to follow on Instagram, or I post my content to YouTube now, or at least I'm trying to. I do knife related content as well. So thank you very much for having me, and I will let you wrap up the stream because I know you've got to get
Awesome.
going. So
Cool, thank you. I mean, I love the confidence. By the way, always I try and go in like just in like promotion for the other person in stream typically. Nobody ever really does that for themselves. They're always kind of nervous to talk about themselves in stream. And then I'm like, no, go subscribe to this person. They're awesome. This and that. And you're over here like, come hit me up on Instagram. I love it. It's awesome. So, anyways,
yeah, I love
so
meeting people and chatting. So man, come on, hit me up because I love talking all things knife related.
heck yeah. So if you guys are new here and you do not know, usually and typically in regular streams, we do end with a daily Bible verse. So today's verse is Romans 6, verse 5. If you would like to look that up in the description of the stream, you can either hold down the screen right now, or you can click the three dots up in the corner. I think it'll be above Ellie or maybe above me, depending on what your screen is. There's a three dots in the corner of the stream, and you can click that, go to the description, and I have this entire verse word for word there in the description in the NASB, that's the New American Standard Bible 1995 version. I find it to be very reliable. As I've said, it is a word for word translation of the original Greek and Hebrew. But um, in collab streams, it is pretty different. So Silas is already quoting it. Yeah, you'll see that later. But anyways, in collab streams, we don't actually end with the daily Bible verse as we do regular streams. In collab streams, I typically like to pray with these special guests before ending. So would you be all right with that?
Yes, of course.
All right, cool. All right, please bow your heads with me in prayer. God, I thank you so much for yet again, God, like I mentioned earlier, this amazing opportunity. I thank you so much, God, for this amazing opportunity to be able to do this collab. God, I pray a blessing over Ellie right now. I ask you, please just continue to lead her and guide her, God, into truth and understanding. God, you made it clear to us, God, you yourself, Jesus, in Matthew, you said, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. So, God, I ask you, please just place a hunger for truth inside of Ellie's heart. And I ask you, please just place that hunger in her, whether or not it is a desire for you. I've seen that she does have a desire for you, but I also ask you, please just place a hunger and a desire for truth in her heart, God, because I know that for a fact, from my own personal experience of what you spoke to me, God, and what you've done in my life, that whenever we seek out truth, truth will be revealed to us. God, I ask you, please just continue to have your way above all else, and continue to be glorified and honored in all things. We love you and we thank you, and it is in Jesus' almighty amazing name we pray all these things, God. Amen.
Amen. Great prayer, man. And God bless everyone in the stream. I hope you guys have a great night. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being on here. And I'll quote Silas here, or technically Silas quoted me. We'll say it, the classic. And with that, I will see you absolutely beautiful, amazing people in the next one.